is that I work with the Hathors, and they are an extra dimensional collective that were incarnated here on Earth during Egypt's golden age. And they're very sound based. So my activations are going to be vocal. And sometimes they're very loud and explosive, so don't be too surprised. On other times, they have me do tones. So what'll happen every time for sure is that I'll tell you breath in, and when I do, I'll want you to take a nice big deep breath. You'll hold it at the top, and then you're going to wait for me to say the word awaken, and then you can exhale. It's not so important that the word is the word awaken, it's the sound that I make when I say that word. Okay. So go ahead and close your eyes and take a nice big deep breath and relax as you exhale. Take that stress and let it fall away. Allow yourself to be pulled into your chair by the gravity of the earth. Let your shoulders limp. Let your jaw loose and your tongue. And I want you to notice the temperature of the room against your skin. I want you to feel the breath moving in and out of your nostrils. I want you to picture a floating river. This is a magical river that floats right through the air. The water twisting and turning, moving in all directions, splitting off into little tributaries. And I want you to see that as the energy of money. It is flowing like a river. And right now, you are standing outside of that river and just watching it go by. And you're seeing that there's lots of other people that are at various points in the river. And of course, there's a lot of them. We've got a lot of millionaires and billionaires on this planet. And so, in order for you to also align yourself with the energy of money, all you have to do is picture yourself in the flow of that river. So, go ahead and see yourself moving into that. Feel it flowing through you. It feels way more comfortable. You don't feel all wet. And notice that the flow of water does not change as it passes through you. You are not pulling or reducing the unlimited energy flows of money or abundance of the universe. It's still there in all of its strength. So what I want you to do is you're going to silently repeat in your head, I am aligned with the energy of money. And just keep saying that over and over again, silently, just think it. Just keep repeating that. And picture that flow moving through you. Keep thinking it as I make sounds. Yeah. Breath in. Keep repeating it. Breath in. Oh, good. Oh my gosh. Okay. So I just saw you move from standing in the river to swimming in the river. You are having a blast. That inner child version of yourself just came out. You're splashing. You're doing the backstroke. You've even got your arms behind your head, floating along the river on your back. Everything is aligned. So you might also have some subconscious beliefs. And I want you to let's reprogram a few of those. I want you to repeat again. Money is easy to come by. Just repeat that silently in your head. Breath in. Oh, excellent. Oh, I'm still feeling that. I receive feedback when things go well, and I'm definitely feeling it on that one. Very good. So any of you that has a product or an offer, this is one that I want to do for you. This is my product. You get to put in the word here, whether it's my product, my offer, my class, whatever it is worth more than what I'm asking. It's worth more than what I'm asking. So my product or whatever is worth more than what I'm asking. So go ahead and silently repeat that to yourself. I'm seeing lots of very happy customers. And I'm seeing a lot of satisfaction from your side because now you're working really hard to provide them with something amazing. And you're actually being paid what you deserve for it. Breath in. Oh, okay, good. All right, here's another one for you. I am more powerful than money. This is a big one. Your right brain might have looked at it the wrong way your entire life. Everything that I've done, everything that I've known ever since I was a wee little child was that money was more powerful than really anything. Again, we kind of looked at it as more powerful than nature in many cases. So I am more powerful than money. Keep repeating that. Keep repeating it. Breath in. Oh, excellent. One last thing that I want to do. I want you to just scan your body. Look and see if you find any discomfort anywhere. You're carrying stress, where you're carrying burdens, childhood burdens, adult burdens, business burdens, wherever you're carrying this thing that is making you uncomfortable. I want you to really focus in on it. It could just be a pain, but better if it's some sort of tightness or a weight, whatever, anything like that. I want you to focus on where you're experiencing it. Find it in your body. And then I want you to think about, what does it feel like? Imagine you're describing it to someone else. How would you describe it to them? Is it a weight? Is it a tightness? Is it a pain? And then I want you to imagine that I've injected you with a colored dye. You choose the color. And this dye or ink is attracted to this discomfort area. So now not only can you feel it where it is, but you could see it because you're kind of looking at it through your body as though you have X-ray vision. And so now you can really see what the shape of this discomfort is. And if you can, try to intensify the discomfort. Try to make it feel worse. Imagine it at its worst. And see if you can intensify it, because we really want to root it out. Okay, so you can see it, you can feel it, and you're intensifying it. Breath in. Oh, I can. Good. Okay. Now, sometimes it takes a moment or two for that to go away. Sometimes it's instantaneous. So let's just give it a moment. Fantastic. Okay, now what I want you to do is try to intensify the feeling again. If it's gone away to some degree, try to bring it back. If you're able to, you might just still need a little bit more time to reconcile the energy. And some of you may find that you can't bring it back. You can rewatch and re-listen to this video again in order to do this activation again. And you could do it to other parts of your body or redo it to this one if it starts to come back. Because each time you do it, it will become less and less of a problem. So when you're ready to have a reprogrammed mind in the way that you look at money, when you're ready to be in alignment with abundance, then you can open your eyes. Thank you so much for participating in that activation. I love doing this for people. And I have plenty more that you can check out on my YouTube channel. I make a new video every week, and they're all about all kinds of different things that we deal with on a day-to-day basis. So it would honor me if you check that out.
Awesome. Thank you. Fun,
Absolutely.
fun. Cool. So, couple questions before we
Sure.
go off. Yeah.
Yeah.
Love the weight mode. That was a beautiful thing last couple of points, and the activations are so powerful, and I love it when the activations are delivered in such a precise way. So
Mm-hmm.
thank you for
Yeah,
that.
absolutely. Did you focus on a spot in your body?
Yeah,
Did
my
you?
wrists. I was focusing
Okay.
on my right wrist.
How's it feel?
There's movement, but the density is still there. So I'm
Okay.
definitely going to get more of that come through.
Yeah, good. Yeah, listen to it again and see how that goes. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. But
Couple
also it could
questions.
even
Yeah.
take you like, 15, 20 minutes. Oh, and something else I should probably say too is that this was very high vibrational, powerful activations.
Yeah.
And sometimes there's a recovery period from it. So, you've probably heard of the energy hangover that you can experience. So if you have for the next 24 to 48 hours, maybe you're extra tired, maybe you're extra wide awake when you should be sleeping. You might even get an unexplained emotional kind of experience that you'll be like, why am I feeling this right now? That doesn't really apply to my situation. That could be why. It's your body reconciling the amount of energy that you've received.
Yeah, that's awesome. Great. Um, I wanted also for the audience to hear a little bit more about entity work as well
Oh, sure.
as how it relates to money
Hmm.
and why entities are attracted to keep the limitations of money in a particular human.
Right. Okay, that sounds great. I like that topic, and obviously, because I do a lot with negative entity attachments. And what I've really discovered is that those who have negative entity attachments are actually here for some incredible purpose. They're high vibrational or trying to be high vibrational light workers, with incredible gifts that they're trying to, show to the world, or that they're here to give to the world. And when we run into people like that are very connected to the spirit world, then they're more likely, because their channel is open, to start to attract beings or entities. So how do we decide, or how do they decide which ones are going to come to them? It's all about their unique vibration, the individual. So if you have your your channel is wide open, and you are this powerful light worker that maybe hasn't even realized it yet, and then if your vibration is low because of a childhood trauma, because of any kind of like adult abuse situation, because you look at the world as a big screwed up mess, and or you don't love yourself very much, or love yourself unconditionally, any or all of these things play in to lower your vibration so low that now who's going to come to you? Is it going to be the high vibrational beings of light of the universe, or is it going to be lower vibrational and negative entity attachments? And so they are going to take this opportunity to come to you. The other reason that they're here, which is kind of crazy to think about, because some of these things really, really torture people, is that they are here to actually help you ascend in this weird bass backwards way, right? That, okay, I'm dealing with this horrible thing, and now what is it going to do? It's driving me to try to take care of the problem. If you are driven to go take care of the problem, and it turns out that the problem is the childhood traumas that you need to work through, or you're stuck in an abuse situation at work or at home, and you start to resolve those things, then all of a sudden your vibration raises, and then your gifts start to materialize, and now your mission becomes obvious. So it only makes sense that you might have even set yourself up to have negative entity attachments as part of your soul contract if, let's say, you hadn't gotten to where you wanted to be by age 40 or age 60 or age 20 or whatever, whenever you get them, as a way to drive you to take that action. And that is almost always the case in all the people that I work with. So if you are not ready to do your life's purpose yet, and you are then, of course, having negative entity attachments attached to you, then you shouldn't have the money yet, because you wouldn't use it in the right way. So when you remove the negative entities, then everything becomes clearer. And now you're going to take this incredible action where you're going to go, oh, yeah, I want to do this amazing thing for the world, or for my family, or for whatever, that I probably wouldn't have done while I was in this negative entity attachment scenario that was so difficult and so challenging. I probably would have used the money for stupid stuff. I would have, like, bought more alcohol, or done something self-destructive. So it actually kind of all plays together in this perfect concert. So if you do have negative entities, it's super important to get them out of your experience by raising your vibration and taking the action to handle your childhood traumas, or whatever situation that you're in.
Awesome. Thanks for sharing that and a little bit more
Yeah.
about your work.
Yeah.
Last question is around synchronistic wealth. So, how does synchronicity play in your life? How do you see synchronicity, the energy of synchronicity? Like, how do you view it? And
Right.
how do you view wealth?
Right. Whoa, how do I view wealth? That's a big one. Okay, so synchronicity, certainly, what synchronicity essentially is it is you displaying or experiencing your own spiritual gifts. Really, over and over again, that's what's happening. So your synchronicity is showing you, your synchronicity experiences is showing you all that you can do, and all that you want to be able to do, or whatever. So like in that example that I gave, when I said, oh, I saw giraffes when I was talking to the master, and then you all of a sudden start seeing giraffes related to something that you needed to be directed to. That is a perfect example of a synchronistic experience that's showing you. But what is that? That isn't necessarily something outside of your gifts. Actually, that's very tied into what your gifts are. You received that imagery very as part of your abilities, and then you made use of it. And I think that's the biggest thing that people don't do, is that they don't trust synchronicity. We've been raised in an environment where we think that things happen coincidentally, that things happen just by accident, and that there's such a thing as luck and bad luck and good luck. And when you can actually start to look at the world as this incredible unfolding of your destiny or your mission or whatever, then amazing things can happen. One of my favorite channels is Daryl Anka, who channels Bashar. And Bashar comes from the planet Essassani. And his planet, all the people on his planet believe in synchronicity so much that they have created their entire society around it. So whenever something bad happens, they get all excited because they know that something amazing is going to happen next. They know that incredible things are being cleared for, right? Like we're clearing out all this other crap so that this new amazing thing can come in. So when we look at synchronicity and all the things that happen to us from that perspective, that, oh, this bad thing that's happening, it's actually happening so something better can replace it, then it makes it so much easier. But instead we go into, oh, this bad thing's happening and now I'm having these lower vibrational emotions. It's because I made this mistake and I did this wrong. That is going to keep you away from abundance. That is going to keep you in not unconditional love of self and having all kinds of issues as a result. Oh, right. And then the wealth question. That is such an interesting one. Wealth is not having to worry anymore, right? That's what we say, right? We say all the time, oh, if I'm wealthy, then I find all my mistakes, all my problems will go away. Oh, this will be great. I really want to be wealthy. Boy, that's really what I want. And so when we pursue wealth because we're trying to relieve our negative emotions, guess what's going to happen? It's not going to work. You relieve your negative emotions, and then you're going to acquire wealth. So when you realize that everything that happens in the universe and on this planet and in your life is perfect and beautiful and amazing as it already is, then you move into a place of acceptance. You move into a place of excitement. You move into a place of gratitude and unconditional love. This is how you attract that sort of thing to you. And so wealth is like an unlimited supply of money. But guess what? You still have all the same emotions that you had before. You still are exactly the same person. And it's so often that people are surprised when and if they get there. They're like, oh, well, this wasn't all that awesomeness that I thought it was. So that's another case of putting too much value in money and realizing that, yes, we can do more things because we have it, but it isn't going to solve all of our problems. It's way more important to solve all of our problems first.
Absolutely. That's really hitting the nail on that parallel precipice of healing and understanding that. So thank you for bringing that into the space.
Yeah, my pleasure.
Awesome. Yeah, I love the high vibrational work as well, and have definitely learned a lot from Bashar as well over the years, and
Yeah,
it's the level of magic, that synchronicity, that when you lean into that synchronicity, and allow that to be a part of your support system, that's when you really let go of the fear of not trusting it.
right.
It's like a little bit of a, it's a little bit, it's a little bit hard to put your finger on when you first
Yeah.
start.
Uh-huh.
And once you're in the flow of it, it's like this accelerator pathway in that river of wealth,
Mhm.
that you're swimming in and playing in,
Right.
right?
Yep.
So
Yeah. You got to be in flow in order for it to go. But if you're not in flow, then it's going to stop. So being in
Exactly.
flow is everything, and being in flow is trusting in your path, trusting in the universe, trusting in your journey, and enjoying it as the in the moment, as every day goes by, uh, being grateful, having gratitude for everything that's happening exactly as it is, and celebrating it as the child every time something great happens. It's yeah,
Absolutely. So
it's all
thank
there.
you. Yeah,
You're
thank you for being here. Thank you everyone for watching. You can upgrade to all access pass if you want to get this again. And of course, all of Zane's stuff is going to be linked right above here, and so you can check him out. All right, thanks guys. Have a beautiful day and activate your global synchronistic wealth. See you soon.
bye. I love you unconditionally.